The following program is rated mature. It may contain strong, coarse language, violence, and other mature content not appropriate for children under 17. The views expressed in this program may not represent those of this cable station or its employees.
It's 9 o'clock on a Friday night, so grab a seat and you just might see something really great. You've got the time, it's not too late to watch a show that will give you laughs and chills and thrills. There's nothing that they haven't tried, 'cause everything tastes great when it's deep fried. So lock your doors and sit right down. There is no better place to go, 'cause it's time for the Not So Late Show.
With more letters. Hey, welcome to the Not So Late Show.
Well, thanks. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
The Not So Late Show brought to you by nothing, because we don't have sponsors. So Jay, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Well, technically you're the producer, so
Hey,
thanks for
thanks
having me.
On your own show?
Well, Art,
This is your pony. I'm just here for the rides.
fair enough. Please don't get on the pony. The pony will break, and then we won't have a pony anymore. Anyway.
Is that why the pony was crying?
Yes. I've never seen a horse. Is that what happens when we were at like children's birthday parties and you're like, oh, there's pony rides. Never seen a horse cry before.
Why is that one just flat and all of its legs are just flat straight out? Oops.
It happens. Hey, as we
should
start off,
we should note
yes.
that today
Wait, hold on. On the very special Not So Late Show, the role of Pat,
will be played by
a chair.
an empty chair.
An empty chair, yes.
Can I do a PSA and a rant at the same time?
I don't
at the
know.
beginning
Is
of the
it going to
show?
be an absolute kill buzz, Joy?
No.
Okay, then go ahead.
So, for all of our viewing people out there,
Hi, Bob.
to our tens of fans, all 10 of you,
Yeah. All named Bob.
all named
strangely.
Bob. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
weird.
it's really weird.
I need to reiterate something that just because someone is from another country, i.e. China, and they are making you Chinese food, you don't have to yell at them. They understand what you're saying.
It's like Mike Myers, like, I cannot control the volume of my voice.
Yeah, for some reason, wow, we just got like really bright.
No, I'm still pretty dim. I'm just really pale.
No, you're glowing.
Thank you.
Wow.
I know. I'm pregnant.
You are you? Aw.
I'm in my 93rd trimester.
Yeah, so I'm getting some...
I would like some crab rangoon.
No, legitimately, she's like, I'd like some fried rice. Are you hearing me?
What?
Meanwhile, the woman, there's no one else there besides me at the moment. The woman is standing there staring directly at her.
Well, here's the funny
It's
thing.
like, no, she's not deaf. She's Asian.
I
She
find
can hear you. Just tell her what you want. She will make it.
even people who have come to the United States with English not as their first language, I found one very key fact about immigrants. They usually speak English better than I do. it's really true. Like,
Yeah, you want to know why? Because they actually tried.
I work for a company really values diversity. There's people there from all over the world. Most of them speak better English than I do.
You work for a company that values diversity. The White House?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, there you go. But anyway, yeah, most of them speak far better English than I do.
Well, good for them.
I speak good.
Well, our guest from 2 weeks ago. Last week? 2 weeks ago. Two
Yeah.
weeks ago. Her name just flew out of my head. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, her.
Yep,
She's awesome. And she spoke better English than both of us.
it's true.
And her first language, Russian.
She knows Russian,
Russian, Spanish,
and English.
and English.
Yeah.
And she's going for Japanese.
Right, which is just like I got through like 2 levels of Rosetta Stone, like, ooh, cookies. And I didn't even get distracted by another like intellectual pursuit. I got distracted by food. So that's
awesome.
my level of competence right there. Hey, speaking of food on the show tonight, we're going to show you one emergency supply you should have in your car for the winter because it's delicious. And
Car,
I'm
house.
really hungry.
So we decided, and by we I mean I threw the idea
Yeah.
by Brad, and he
And
said,
I'm like, sure,
okay,
I'll
sure.
run home. And then I didn't run home.
And then he didn't run home.
Yeah,
So
but I still have this.
we want to go through exactly what you should have in your home in case of a bad
No,
storm.
we're not even going to do that. I'm just going to show the people the miracle of the MRE.
So we took my idea, completely squashed it down to the size of a pebble
Because
from a
I
bowling
think
ball.
this is, well, really, because I don't want to go through all that because I'm hungry now. But, so here's the thing. MRE, they were started, so you've seen like all the military movies.
MRE stands for
Meal Ready to Eat.
we dropped
So
the
should
T
that be
for
like
it's
Murty?
Marty.
Marty?
Morty.
Morty. Meal, by the way, there's an album out from Rick and Morty. It's all right.
Because of course there is.
Of course there is. It really just sounds like the two of us went into a recording booth and dicked around for a day and made an album out of it. That's what they did.
Yeah. Well, all right then.
So meal ready to eat. You've always heard of like rations for like the military and all of that.
Yes.
Well, these are kind of born out of the latest rations for the army. So they've created this thing called meal ready to eat, and there's a few different like types of these. This
But
is
it's
kind of
fully self-contained.
totally self-contained. This quite literally has been sitting in the back of my car. So you can buy civilian versions of these, which are the same thing as military. It's been sitting in my car for 5 years. Back of my car 5 years.
Does not even surprise me an ounce.
Right, and these things will last years and years and years and years.
Well, what's the shelf life is what, 20?
Theoretically, yeah. Well, the shelf life's like.
On paper.
Let me put it this way: I had a friend who fought over in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they were eating MREs from the mid '90s.
Is he extremely handsome?
He is.
Can he sling a tank over his shoulder and walk into the sunset?
How did you know? Anyways,
Because I read about him.
yeah. Can you know? So this
Simpsons references.
MRE. This one happens to be penne with vegetable sausage crumbles in spicy tomato sauce.
Which you personally chose.
In fact, this one is actually vegetarian.
Oh.
You'd be surprised. Some of the best ones are actually vegetarian because they have really good combos.
Oh.
So there is actually an art to this. So I highly recommend go on. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them on specialty websites. You can find them on eBay. You can find them anywhere. Really, buy yourself.
Not on the Not So Late Show website, though.
No, which is on fire, and you don't want to buy on fire MREs. But they cost you about $10 a piece. It's a give or take, and it's a great idea to buy a case of these. Store them in your home.
How many are in a case?
12.
No, that's not bad.
Throw a couple in your car. They're great for emergencies, and frankly, they're not.
Or if you're just hungry.
They're not bad. They really aren't bad. What I would call this the equivalent of like a decent TV dinner.
Okay.
All right, so it's not going to knock your socks off with gourmet, but it's pretty good. So let's crack this bad boy open. This has been sitting in my car for 5 years. So there you go. And I'll open it up.
If that's the case, we might have to move the Pat chair then, so
Yeah.
the camera can actually see.
Oh yeah, we probably will. Bye, Pat. Thanks, mysterious arm. So, freshly opened. Still smells like whatever. So there you go. You have a bag. Now, if you're ever eating these are also great for camping. Amazing for camping.
In a garbage bag.
It's true. This is your garbage bag now, all right? Yeah. So don't.
So what's the name of the company that made this?
This is made by
Are there multiple companies? or?
Ameriqual.
Ameriqual.
Yeah. Well, basically. The other thing is these are also great in emergency. Imagine you're out in the wilderness or something like that. Throw one of these in your backpack because they're great in emergencies. Imagine you don't, like you get a hole in your water bottle and you need something to carry water. You could carry water in this pretty easily.
Yeah, it looks like fairly water.
This is really heavy duty. This is like 7 mil plastic.
I was gonna say 5 or 7. It looks.
Yeah, it's 7 mil plastic, I think. Really heavy duty. So everything here is kind of packed up nice and tight here. So it's another plastic bag. You can kind of tear that open pretty easily.
In case you don't want to eat, but you still want to carry water.
Exactly. So this is the penne pasti with vegetable crumble and spicy tomato sauce. So there's that. 150 calories, so not a ton. These are, as far as calorie-wise, these are right around 1,000 to 1,200. They're designed...
Calories or?
Calories.
That's it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're designed so that you eat like 2 to 3 in a day. I mean, if you're a soldier or if you're hiking in the wilderness or something like that and you're burning some serious calories, yeah, you can totally pack away 3 of these a day pretty easily. We have wheat snack bread. White wheat snack bread. That's 200 calories. By the way, bread that's been sitting in my car for 5 years. Yep, absolutely. We have an accessory packet here. Okay, we'll go into that in a second.
Yeah. Is that gum?
Yes. We have fruit punch, carbohydrate electrolyte beverage powder. So, red Kool-Aid basically, but it's a little bit more fortified than that.
Would you like me to go get the big blue cup and fill it with water for that?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll be right back.
We have
This
a
might make a pop.
toaster pastry, frosted brown sugar, which we have a packet of peanut butter, a packet of chocolate pudding dessert powder, some pepper sauce, which is basically just basically like Tabasco kind. It's a hot sauce. You have your spoon. You can eat everything with this spoon. This is a great plastic utensil. And then you have your flameless ration heater. Ta-da! Which is good. So basically with this, you tear off the top. You kind of pack it in the bag. We'll do that in a second. And then you put a little bit of water in here, and this heats up. From that water reacting with what's in here, actually heats up really hot. It can get up to probably like 150, couple hundred degrees. It'll heat up your entree, so it could burn you. The thing about it is, I don't recommend doing this in a super enclosed area, because actually the byproduct that comes out of here is pure hydrogen. You can actually, you can, well, yeah, sort of. You can light it on fire. Do you have matches? Or lighter? Let's see if there's any in here. Maybe there is. Sometimes there.
One for beverage and one for adding to make hot.
Here you go. So let's open the accessory packet. In the accessory packet, there is toilet paper, because you never know when you have an emergency in the woods.
I have emergency underpants for that.
There is
Just saying.
coffee, instant, type 3 freeze-dried.
Type 3?
Type 3, not type 2. There is salt, a moist towelette, sugar for your coffee, and a packet of non-dairy dry creamer, matches, and a couple things of gum. There you go. So
Now you can accessorize.
exactly. So I'm going to start using my garbage bag here. There you go. And I'm hungry, so I'm going to start off with the pasta. Now, there's a few different ways to kind of combine stuff here. I'm actually going to set the chocolate powder, dessert powder,
You don't need chocolate for pasta.
well, the peanut butter,
do you?
and the wheat snack bread aside. That's all going to get combined later. There's ways to combine the stuff you would never think to do that is great.
Dude, you're the master. I'm just here for
I'm
the
just
show.
saying. So let's open up the penne pasta here. There you go. Kind of foil packet like that. So what we do is we take this flameless ration heater, tear off the top, watch it explode. Now we'll,
Brad's done this once or twice
yeah,
today.
today, yeah. You're supposed to tuck this around the backside. I never, sometimes do, sometimes don't. Because there is actually theoretically a line on here you're supposed to fill this up to. I wouldn't try and do that and put it in here because it'll just burn the shit out of your hands. So, reality is it's about like, I like to say like a small mouthful of water. I'm not actually going to spit in the bag. I'm just going to give it a little pour. Just a little bit. It does not a lot. You don't want to oversaturate this. In fact, I might have actually put too much in there with that. Maybe. Yeah, I think I did. Oops. And for my homies.
Watertight package.
Yep. So you can store water. We're testing it. So I'm going to fold that over.
So it has the DOD seal on it. Does that mean
Nothing to see here. Anyways,
I didn't know if that meant it was like the same company that made it for him.
yeah, that's it. And let's put some. Ready for it? Peanut butter on the other side there so that the peanut butter gets all nice and melty. And you want to elevate this a little bit. So you want this to kind of be, sorry as I crunch your fortune cookies, kind of elevate like that. Don't be alarmed if you see some smoke coming out. That's not smoke, actually, it's steam. So in here, we've got a toaster pastry, so I'm going to open that up. Who doesn't love a 10-year-old Pop-Tart?
Nondescript toaster pastry.
Yeah, nondescript. Sometimes you actually open these up, and it is actually like a Pop-Tart in like one of like the single foil packets. Would you like to try some
Chinese food.
some 10-year-old Pop-Tart? Doug, you want to try some 10-year-old Pop-Tart?
No, thank you, sir.
It's still good.
What flavor?
Brown sugar.
Oh, right.
It's pretty good. So, while my penne pasta is heating up, what do you have in tech news?
Not much.
Oh, come on.
No, really, there's
All right, fine.
maybe 3 or 4 stories because everything's, hey, there's a data breach. There's
Let's-
another data breach. This
let-
is what they're lying about with the data breach.
Let's do this.
Oh, right.
Okay? Now, I have bought Mega Millions tickets for tonight. Okay?
Okay.
You're going to buy a Mega Millions ticket for tonight.
By the time we get out of here, I think sales might be closed on it.
Oh. Well, I'll text someone, they'll go get it for you. How about that?
Okay.
Now, what I'm about to say does not apply if it's a shared pool, like in a work pool or something like that, only if you win yourself. Let's make a pact right now that we're going to come up with the craziest, stupidest, most ridiculous thing you can do with $1 million. That is legal.
1 million?
1 million. If you want to blow the whole wad, you know, I'm just saying. With $1 million, that is just completely like, did what? And, and if you win, we'll do it.
Hell yeah.
All right. So
Absolutely. Not even a question.
yeah. All right. So now we have to come up with what are we going to do with $1 million if we win Mega Millions?
Now what? Now wait. Let's make this a side pact
Okay.
that if we can get 3 separate people to all say the same thing. Like if I can get my wife, my mom, and your mom, if we go and tell all 3 of them, this is what we did, and they all, not one was like, oh, that's cool, or, that's a little weird. If they all said the same thing, like, you what? We get to do another $1 million and do something else.
Okay. Yep.
All right, cool.
All right. Let's come up with stuff. All right. First one is
Wasn't this a top 3 at some point?
sort of not really. Well, top 3. Yeah, not really.
Kind of, sort of, not really.
All right. First thing for me, I'm going to throw on the plate
Oh, I already got one.
is we buy every piece of property around Pat's house and build a moat and fill it with some sort of dangerous creature.
In-laws. His future in-laws. Those could be dangerous creatures.
Like in the moat around his house, like they're just swimming.
Look at him floaty.
Okay, I guess, but I would say we build a moat around Pat's house, just like we send him off like on a vacation or something like that. We don't tell him anything, and then when he comes back, there's like a moat and maybe like a fortified wall, like kind of like around.
Here's how you get around playing.
I'm wondering if we can make a big enough donation to the town of Torrington to like let us like move the
Yeah.
road a little bit.
That's going to take some doing. But here's how you get around planning and zoning and all that stuff. You start building the moat where it just looks like a small pond and no one's really going to question it.
It's just connected fish ponds.
No, even better. You go find an endangered animal, like a turtle or something, and you plop it in there.
Okay.
And then if they say, you can't have that, I'm like, that's an endangered turtle. You can't move its habitat because I'll have the freaking DEP and EPA up your ass for that. Then they can't move it anywhere. And like now we're just expanding its habitat so it can live a happier life.
You're a devious son of a bitch.
I am, aren't I? Oh.
Or how about we said, because really in my head right now, all I can think of are just ways to dick with Pat.
Speaking of, I just got another one.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We send him off on like some vacation or something like that, and then while he's gone, we take his car and we completely like flip the body around on the car so that everything's backwards, I think that would be pretty good.
Try this out.
Okay.
Sticking with the send him on vacation thing.
Because we're going to need some time to execute this property. Yeah.
We move his house. We hire a company, pick the house up off the foundation, plop it on a truck,
And we move it.
but we don't tell him where, but we do give him clues as to where it is.
Yes.
So now he's going to be in his car with his fiancée trying to find his own house.
Yep.
Wouldn't even be in Torrington. Might not even be in the same state. Maybe we plop it in Hawaii.
It might be on a barge in the middle of Long Island Sound.
Maybe. This is your new floating house. It's got waterfront property now.
See, because the great thing is, as much as we like to rag on Pat, he'd have a good enough sense of humor to be like, all right, thanks, you're buying me like a proper house now, right? Like, yeah, we are.
No.
Oh, we're not?
No.
Oh, this is even better.
He still has a proper house. It's just somewhere else
Somewhere
now.
else now. Well, we'd have to get someone to sign off on letting us legally move it.
We go buy a piece of property somewhere and we plop it.
Okay, there you go.
We decide where we want it, though.
That's true, but don't you, like, isn't, like, the moving company be like, do you own this house? Like, the key is it has to be legal, Jay.
It's legal to move a house.
Not when it's not yours!
Says who?
I'm just waiting for the day you come home and your house is like, where's my house?
Like, it's someone else's problem now.
Yeah.
Suckers.
Let's see, what else could we do there?
Are we still sticking with Pat?
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know those singing telegrams? We buy one for every day
Okay.
until the $1 million runs out. But it doesn't get to his house until like 2 in the morning.
No. You do this and it just happens like randomly. You can't have it on a regular pattern.
Does it follow him though? Like he could be at work?
Yeah, at work, on vacation. Could be in freaking Europe and he gets a singing telegram.
We have to,
Like, he'll be looking out for the rest of his life, not knowing when someone's going to
or
suddenly
when it's ever
sing
going to
at him.
stop.
Yeah.
We have to figure out a way to implant a GPS chip in him so we can always find him. So it's like singing telegram. There. He's on his honeymoon in Hawaii.
No, I think we...
Off you go.
I don't even think that's necessary. I think we could just figure this out. I think we'd be all right. How we doing here? Oh, yeah, get nice and warm. Flip it over. All right, yeah, singing telegram. Let's see, what else could we do there? Oh my God, I think we could hire like a whole bunch of like actors and stuff and make him think that like he's in a simulation. Like nothing is real. Like just totally just screw with his entire like sense of like what is real. Oh God, that's hot. What is real and what is not.
Steam.
Which is here. Let's see if I can get it to do it without catching myself on fire.
Oh boy.
Ready?
What happens if you do catch yourself on fire?
Well, then the prank's on me, huh? So this actually generates hydrogen. By the way, hydrogen is
Highly combustible.
yeah, it's not a lot, and it's also colorless.
Oh, I heard it for a second.
You can hear it popping a little bit,
A
yeah.
little pop, yeah.
Anyways,
What else can we do to Pat?
I just like make him think he's in a simulation or something like that.
That'd be hard to pull off, though.
Oh my God!
Why?
No, all right. For moving his house,
We're back to that.
yeah, we somehow legally drug him.
That's just called getting drunk.
Yes. And then move him in his house.
No.
In his house. to Hobbiton, New Zealand. No. That's too hard. We perfectly rebuild an exact copy of his house in Hobbiton, New Zealand.
So exact specs, everything.
Exact carpet, everything. You can do that with $1 million, no problem. And then you knock him out, and you get him to New Zealand, and you wake him up there.
So he walks outside and he's just...
Yes. Just like no context, no one there going, surprise! Nothing.
So some guy just walks by and be like, "Oh, good morning, Pat."
Yeah,
Because I just made him Irish for some reason, but whatever.
Screw
Screw you, this is our $1 million.
Yeah, that's what you do. I think that would be the best practical joke ever. Because one, it's fucking hilarious. And two, he would actually enjoy that.
He would.
I think that would be pretty good.
So I just had a thought.
No.
Let's just backtrack in regards
Okay.
to this. Hold on. What time can you buy a lottery ticket until 10?
Yeah.
So saying it's only 9:30, if I gave you money, I could do tech news while you ran next door to Cumbies and bought tickets.
No, I'll just text someone. They'll go get them for you.
Who?
What?
Who? It's funnier if you run next door and get them. It's funny.
Fine.
Funny. How many? What are they? $1 a piece?
They're $2 a piece.
Really?
Yeah. I got you.
You sure?
Yeah.
So I'll do tech news while you're gone.
Okay.
So welcome to Tech News. Oh, I'm over here. Hi, welcome to Tech News. Let's see. So again, there's not a whole lot going on. The Senate is considering extending electric vehicle tax credits because that's $7,500 off the sticker price, so that helps. So I'm going through the stuff that just happened today because I did not have a chance to look at it. Google Maps ETA sharing comes to iOS. Ooh. Let's see, YouTube, Amazon's Alexa, Whisper mode. Yeah, wow, not a damn thing's happening. All right, so, Doug's here. Hi, Doug.
Hey,
Is there sports? There hasn't been sports in forever.
I know we didn't have time. I apologize.
I shake fist.
Brad really is gone.
He really is gone.
He really is gone.
All right, so if you are a fan of Orange is the New Black, they are going 7 and out, much like every Star Trek series. So this coming, because season 6 was just released on Netflix. So season 7 will be coming out shortly on HBO. I think it's HBO, right? Yeah. So it'll be coming out on HBO shortly, and that's going to be at 7 and done. I got through episode 3 or 4 of season 1. But I'll get to watch it someday. So if you've ever been to Reddit, YouTube, Twitter, or a few other major websites, you'll notice that around 6, 7 o'clock at night, something happens. And what happens is that the web page goes to what they call a night mode. What is night mode? Well, it's actually very simple, whereas they just make the background black instead of white. So you're not blinding with brightness, and you're like, ah. So Hulu is actually joining them. So if you use their online interface, so actually on a web browser on a computer, they will now be offering a nighttime mode. And let's see, if you have Google Maps, whether you're on Android or iOS, you're going to notice that Google Maps is now adding electric vehicle charging station info to their maps, and it's going to include locations and plug types, because if you've ever had an electric vehicle or ever seen one, I don't know if I'd quite say they're proprietary per manufacturer. Wow, this thing's really steaming. Or whatnot, but there are different plugs. So now Google is going to tell you where these charging stations are, and they're also going to tell you exactly what kind of plug there is. You are obsessed with that center camera.
I really am.
You really are.
It's my only friend.
Aw. Wait, what am I then? Boo! I shake fist. Now I really shake fist.
My only other friend.
Okay. I withdraw the fist shake.
Great save.
He never saw it coming. That's what she said. All right, so if you use Spotify and you are a premium member, not a freebie, but a premium member, you're going to notice that they just launched a bunch of new features this week, including an app for Google's Wear OS and better direct uploads for artists. So if you're an what the hell? Oh, we have the smoke cam. Yeah, the thing's it's making hot. Because science, kids, science is making that hot because the water is reacting with a thing and it's making hot. And it might just burst into flames, who the hell knows? So if you're an artist and you have Spotify, you can easily upload. And there's other ones starting today that you can enjoy streamlined navigation, personalized search and feature called Endless Artist Radio. Now, when I tell you about this might sound a bit familiar to you because first, streamlined navigation and personalized search are pretty self-explanatory. And it makes it more intuitive and helpful for you, the music listener. They redesigned the search page to make it the new one-stop destination for artists, albums, podcasts, and more, whether you know what you're looking for or want to explore something new. Now, Endless Artist Radio. I got it out that time. This is going to sound very familiar because they took a page out of Pandora's book. And it's very similar to their exploration feature. So if you never use Pandora, here's what happens. You go on and you say, I want to listen to Motley Crue. Hey, I'm now a player. Hooray. Thanks, Bard.
No problem.
So if you put in, I want to listen to...
They thought I was wearing a wire.
Well, you are, technically.
Yeah.
This thing's cooking pretty good now.
Yeah, it's cooking.
Just say you want to listen to the Beatles. Mm-hmm. So you say, okay, Endless Artist Radio, I want to listen to the Beatles. They're like, here you go. Here's the Beatles. That song's done. Hey, here's some artists. Oh, we're over here now? Oh, we're looking at it over here. Smoky, steamy. So it's like, okay, you enjoy the Beatles. You might also enjoy these artists. If you light my chicken on fire, I swear.
It'll be chicken flambe. Oh, hold on.
You know it's not good when you're flinching yourself and you know, really, you're going to put the hot thing in there with all
It's
the
a
plastic.
foil. I put it in a foil packet. Anyways, I'm going to have some...
Well, this might be our last show because we might catch on fire.
At least we're hot.
Yeah. So basically, you put in the Beatles. It's like, here's a bunch of artists that are related to the Beatles, and now you're just going to get an endless stream of music based on what you've chosen. Mm-hmm. They're updated regularly, and they're now downloadable to play while you're offline, so you can take your Beatles obsession, your K-pop, your J-pop, or your Brad pop. Still a little spicy, but...
You want to try?
No, I have Chinese.
Oh, all right.
So you can now take it wherever you go. Mm-hmm. So that is extremely cool.
As opposed to this, which is relatively
Now,
warm.
is that just a straight spoon?
Yeah.
It's a plastic.
It's a plastic spoon, yeah.
All right, now, I know we weren't going to do this, but
Bernie.
I'm going to do this for a hair.
Bernie.
Bernie. Doug wanted to get the money shot of you burning yourself and being on fire. Mm-hmm. You bought something for your own personal travel / survival / I'm going hiking / this is cool pack, and that was a titanium, I believe, spork.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much it cost because you bought it and I didn't.
$13.
So for $13, it's made out of titanium, so the thing's going to hold up.
I put it in my toiletry kit because how often
Do you have to eat your toiletries?
when you go on a trip or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And how often when you go on a trip do you get takeout or something like that and they forgot a proper utensil?
Not that often.
Really? Not that often?
You never eat out because you'll die.
Yeah, that's true. And how much do you really travel?
It's good, but now you're right.
He comes to Litchfield every day.
It's true, yeah.
So that's a lot of travel for Doug.
From Torrington all the way to Litchfield.
But for $13, You can get a spork out of titanium, so you can have a spoon and a fork all in one. Mm-hmm. And you'll never have
And
to
it's
worry.
ultra lightweight. It was pretty good. Not gonna lie. So what am I missing tech news?
Nothing.
Really?
Not really.
Really? Mm-hmm. Really? All right. What else are we gonna do to Pat?
Orange is the New Black is ending after 7 seasons.
No, that has to end at some point. Wait. So next season's the last one?
Yeah, whatever is coming up now, because season 6 was just released on Netflix.
Right.
There's now a night mode for Hulu on their web interface.
Whoop-dee. Hulu do.
And Google Maps is updating, so you get electrical vehicle charging station info,
Ooh, that's neat.
including their location and the type of plug.
So I had a friend who I was telling you earlier got picked up a Model 3.
Yeah, screw him.
Yeah, well, what do you mean screw him? He let me drive it.
Yeah, well, I didn't get to drive it, so screw him. And screw you, too.
Well, but it was fun.
For you.
Sure was. Model 3, basically, we had closed private road. And this is actually true for once. And he let me just gun it. Absolutely gun it. And oh my God.
Does it have a hyper mode? Even if it's like a not hyper car version?
This is like this is the regular, it was like the regular long range, not even the high performance one. Holy acceleration, Batman. That thing is just,
Has electric motors for you.
that is, it's a little rock. Aw. I was doing so good. That's the thing, if you can spring it off your pants, you don't get as much ground in. But that thing is a little rocket ship. It goes 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds.
That's not bad.
Remember when we were talking about that like 10 years ago? Like 4.5 seconds. Oh man, that's a supercar.
Yeah, now it's an electric car.
Now it's an electric car, and it's still faster than like most BMWs and McLarens and stuff like that, which is just kind of crazy. A freaking, $40,000 or $50,000 sedan.
So when are you buying one? Or are you still holding out for the VW bus?
Well, I don't.
EV?
I don't necessarily want it a VW.
Yeah, you do.
I just want something that is.
You
that,
want a bus.
I do. I want a bus. Yeah, I'm not ashamed.
No, there's no shame in it.
I'm
I'm
just-
saying that
well-
you want one.
Well, I never said there was.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there. All right. So how else are we going to screw Pat? I think just drugging him and waking him up at an exact replica of his house in Hobbiton would be pretty good.
I have the ultimate dick move. Like, ultimate dick move.
Okay.
We go out and find the most beautiful women,
Okay.
have a party, and
Okay.
invite him, and have him be the only guy. Fight off the temptation.
Oh, that's right, because he's married.
Or almost.
Sorry, I had to. Oh, well, yeah, getting there. Because I had to put two and something together.
What did you get?
Not much.
Oh,
Would you like some wheat snack bread to go along with your Chinese?
no, I'm good.
You sure?
What exactly is a snack? Oh, that one. It's not rock hard. It smells like plastic bread. Hold on. Empty carbs.
Basically. Yeah, and
I'm still sniffing.
that's a little weird. How you doing there? It's fortified.
It's something. Mm-hmm. Tastes like bread.
It does. But what I'm going to do here is, because I need to give this a little bit of substance, is this is the chocolate pudding, okay?
Chocolate pudding.
Now, there's always interesting ways to do combinations for this. Because it's not just chocolate, it's not always the same thing. Your best combination is when you get hot cocoa mix, peanut butter, and vanilla pound cake. And then you combine all that together. Well, this is going to be a slightly not quite as awesome version of that, where I'm going to take chocolate pudding, and I'm going to break up the bread into the chocolate pudding mix, which someone's like, what are you, poor? I'm just saying.
You're stranded on a hiking trail, so.
You're stranded on a hiking trail. There's no reason not to eat gourmet. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. All right, what else are we going to do to Pat?
What if you're stranded in the Hamptons? Then you need to gourmet it up.
You do. You need to gourmet it up. Yeah, at that point, Otherwise, the other survivalists in the Hamptons will look down on you,
I'm laughing.
laughing from their high castles filled to the brim with canned caviar and almond butter or something. So I've broken that up a little bit. I'm going to give this a good kind of... I'm going to stir this into...
Wait, Doug, can you move the mouse on the other one just so I can see the progress of the transfer?
No.
Please.
No.
How much time does it have?
35 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
That's not bad.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So there you go. So now... And the key to this is never add too much water. Just a little bit at a time. It's very easy to make this a gloop. So just a little bit of water at a time.
Like Augustus?
Yes, like Augustus. It's way too easy to oversaturate the water in this. So just a little bit at a time. You want to mix it in pretty carefully without trying to get all over your face until it's fully saturated. And then you're like, you know what? There's still a ton of powder in here. I'm clearly going to need a little bit more water. Once again, don't get overzealous with the water. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's enough.
So wait. Let's go down a different path.
Okay.
Let's go down a different path.
Okay.
What could we dare him to do for $1 million?
Just about anything. Like, really, that is wide open.
Really? You think so?
I think so.
What do you think he wouldn't do for $1 million?
I think we're wide open here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if we said, hey, take those pruning shears and chop off a finger.
For $1 million?
Yeah.
He would do it. He'd also hate us forever because he'd be like, you just won $1 billion and you're not just going to help a brother out. But, like, if we're talking like evil billionaire comes up or something like that, and just like, I will hear this $1 million cash. If it's not us, per se. It's like $1 billion, because he would never, I don't think he would do that if it were us. I think it actually depends on that, because he knows we wouldn't make him do that.
Yeah.
You know? So it's all about the messenger.
True.
But evil mad scientist billionaire who didn't just win the lotto, you know?
Yeah.
Like that guy, I think he would cut off a finger for $1 million. I think he would. See, now we're starting to get to like nice consistency here. We're getting close. Just a dab. Boop.
That was more than a dab.
Yeah, it's just a dab.
That was a double dab.
It was a double dab, yeah. But I'm gonna.
So far you've already had your main course.
I had the Pop-Tart,
You had the Pop-Tart.
and now I'm mixing together.
So you had breakfast, you had dinner.
Yeah.
Now you're making your dessert.
I mixed together bread, this chocolate pudding mix, and if you'll remember from before.
So
wait.
what do they put in this to make it so stable?
You know, some questions are.
Better left unanswered.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, would Pat cut off a finger for $1 million? And the answer is yes. Yes, he would. But next thing I'm gonna put in here. So now I can probably just go.
Ooh, I got white rice. I can't have white rice. That makes me sad.
I got this nice.
That's making some. Oh, oh, that's toasty.
That's burning, isn't it?
That is Bernie.
That's how hot that thing gets. It's pretty hot.
So now,
But the key to this-
Mr. Science, what is in that packet that reacts with the water to make it hot?
I think it's iron filings.
Iron?
Or iron and something else.
I think iron gets wet a lot in just life. So
Well, yeah, but it's not iron filings. With all that surface area quickly oxidizing into this rust, basically.
that causes heat.
Yes, it does.
That hot.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah.
Ooh, soda.
I think that's it. I've never taken it under like an electron tunneling microscope to find out, but
Why not?
reasons, you know, reasons. Let's get all the peanut butter out because it's so delicious. Yum. And now
We go back to mixing.
we mix that peanut butter in with our chocolate pudding mix and that bread, and now we're starting to get something here That's pretty
Delicious.
yeah, pretty amazing. Can I convince you to take a bite of this?
It's granulated.
Try it.
Things I do for this show.
Mhm. And
Tastes like grainy pudding and peanut butter.
yeah, but it's actually not bad, right?
No, it's not terrible.
Yeah. Definitely stick to the ribs.
It's gonna stick to something.
You know, I could probably just like pat this on a wall.
Yeah, you could probably patch a hole with it too, but
Oh, just wait till tomorrow at the toilet.
56 grams of carbs. Holy hell.
Well, that's
43 grams of sugar.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's what a lot of your mix is.
Yep. No, it's pudding mix. So there you go.
No, it's sugar mixed with pudding flavor.
It's so good though.
It is. So what else do we have that we didn't use? There's a sugar packet. There's your Happy Hiney toilet paper over there.
I do not recommend eating the toilet paper. Coffee.
It doesn't even say toilet paper on it. It just says Lighthouse F, San Francisco, California.
Something like that, yeah.
Or SFCA.
Think of lighthouses while you're using this to take a deuce. Something like that. Well, it's also good in the wilderness because you got matches. And, well, what if you don't have to take a shit? Guess what that is? A really good fire starter.
And they give you a book of matches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's something cool that I saw, and I forget if it was a... No, I think it was a belt buckle. But it has like a fire starter built into it, like a flint or something. Where you just like take it out, it like pops in two, and you go... Wink, and it's like... If you're in the wilderness,
I guess.
I'm just saying.
Like those, like kind of like, I've hidden these tools in this belt buckle sort of. It's like, I don't know. I never really bought into that too much.
Well, I don't mean like let's sneak it onto an airplane. I mean like, oh, let's go for a hike in the woods.
Well, I know,
it's really
well-
fucking cold.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, like a day hike or something like that,
Yeah.
I'll bring an MRE or two.
Yeah.
But if I'm actually going backpacking through the woods, I don't bring MREs. Just don't. They're too bulky. They're too heavy. Which is funny to say when you consider, like, that's what they give to soldiers. They're like, here, hike this through a war zone, basically. You know? That's what they're designed for. To some extent. Like, to me, I'm packing a lot lighter foods, a lot, you know, packing quite a bit differently. They're good in emergency, good for quick. They're good for sticking in your car. They're good if you got power out at your house for a few days and all the food in your fridge is gone to grab. It's good to have a case of those just in case. But for like multi-day backpacking, I'm not going to be bringing them. Just there's too much. They're too biggy. It's like a bulky and heavy.
Yeah.
Too bevy.
Too bevy.
Yes.
Too biggie.
To bring. But they're good. There's also some. Would you like to try some carbohydrate electrolyte?
Well, that's why I gave you two
Garbage
waters.
powder? All right.
How much do you have to mix it with?
12 fluid ounces.
I think that's more than 12 ounces.
Oh, we can take care of that. But yeah, it's Kool-Aid
Hold on,
basically.
let's see the ingredient. Oh
Okay.
God, this is very empty.
Well,
Here's all of it down here
Uh-huh.
below my fingers. Kansas City, Missouri,
it's
made in
designed
America.
so you can mix it in there if you want.
Can you really? Fruit punch beverage powder, no fruit juice. Well, there you go. No fat, no cholesterol. There is some sodium.
Oh yeah.
There's potassium. That's good for you.
Well, it's replacing electrolytes.
22 grams of sugar. With 23 grams of total carbs. What's that last one?
And also vitamins and minerals?
No.
None?
No.
No? It has to.
No.
Let me see.
No.
Let me see. Come
There's
on.
no vitamin A, no vitamin C, no calcium, no iron.
There's no citric acid in there?
There's citric acid. Provides tartness.
Citric acid is vitamin C.
It's not the vitamin C citric acid.
How can there be citric acid and no vitamin C?
Maybe they add things to citric acid to make it have vitamin C.
I don't know.
Well, mix it up.
But I'm lazy.
No, you're not. You just made an entire meal.
All right, fine.
I don't think. Just this big red poof of.
Uh-huh.
I actually looked on the bottom of these cups when I was filling it for you. I'm like, I wonder if it says how many ounces this is. It does not. I'm guessing they're about 32.
No.
No.
This is more than
Well,
12
hold on.
ounces.
How many ounces are you, big guy?
Cherry.
Smells good.
Yeah.
So would you like to get the table savings over there too?
Yep. Wow, most of that on the table, huh?
Well, now you only need 6 fluid ounces.
I don't think I had got that much in there. Get that little piece of plastic out. Get my keys out. We'll just right into there. Perfect. Oh, I get a little crack in the table there. Just work it all.
Make a little Mr. Plow action.
Yep. That's my name.
What's your name again?
Say it again. It's Mr. Plow.
My name again
Okay,
is
that's-
Mr. Plow. Well, luckily we have another thing of water where we can just wash it off. Want to add some iodized
Oh
salt?
god!
in
Now I've spit on it. Now it's just like, oh god! It's on my pants. This is a horrible idea. Whose idea was this? It's not coming out.
there? No, you're actually spreading it.
Oh no! It's staining. Hopefully that comes out later. Probably won't. Now I have red pants.
You got your red pants on.
All right.
All right, so let's do this.
Or hold on.
This. Cumberland. No. Cumberland Farms.
Here you go.
Large hyper.
Here you go.
Hold on.
You made me do this.
You're right, I did. So taste it. Taste the fruit of your labor.
Added too much water. Anyways. It's like a weak ass Kool-Aid. You right there? Do they actually list amounts on the website? Do our viewers actually even care?
Oh, nutrition information.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. No,
Yeah, right
I
now?
don't care. Hold on.
Don't care?
Coffee, our brand, deals, company, store. All right, well, let's do.
This is a lot like the Rick and Morty album. People just showed up and they did things and didn't really care about the final product.
Yeah, but just about.
Pretty much. Doug's in there playing like ping pong with himself. Pretty impressive.
Coffee and chill zone. Iced coffee, hot coffee.
It doesn't say on the bottom of the cup or something?
No, I looked.
Alright.
Hyper freeze.
Well, here, this is about the same amount. That's probably 28. I think that cup is
This
20.
is 32.
Well, that cup is probably 28 ounces.
What is hyper freeze? I'm trying to scroll. You won't let me.
Anyways,
Anyways.
all right. Other things we could do to Pat with $1 million, because really that's what it's morphed into.
Yeah, it really is.
Doug,
Yes.
if you had $1 million to really play some sort of practical joke on Pat, what would you do?
I don't know. Not good with being mean to Pat. You guys are awesome. No, that's a compliment.
You guys are awesome at being assholes.
No, that was a compliment.
Don't forget me if you win.
I will be right back. Keep thinking.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. There's something in something you made that is causing my nose to run like a faucet.
Okay.
I can't make it stop.
Hold your nose? What did I do with my phone? I don't even know, because right now, I can't even talk. Right now, my go-to would normally be to go to like kind of the crazy, wacky news stories. But I don't have my phone. So all of a sudden, that becomes much more difficult. Anyways, other ways to torture Pat.
See, this wouldn't really torture him, but you could stage a real-life Marvel movie with
Well-
Pat in it. I wouldn't.
Oh, like essentially, like all of a sudden, like something like explosions are happening outside of his door and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and like we hire a couple jets to like scream overhead.
Yes.
just in case you make another mess.
Um,
And because the
that's
paper towel-
Doug actually had a pretty good one.
What do you got, Doug?
Is Doug
Doug?
Stage a real life Marvel movie.
basically like wake him up at his house by like really just go like all out with like the special effects and everything else, and just like actors like it's essentially like there's an alien invasion or something like that, and we're just like Pat suddenly participating in it. You know what I mean? Just like don't tell him what the hell's going on. Just like stage it at all as if it were real. That would be pretty good.
You probably
Which, by the way, if either of us win, we have to tell each other, but we can't tell Pat.
Oh, no.
We can't.
That's obvious.
Because in order for us to pull this off, that's the only way this happens.
Yeah, because that says, oh, you just won $900 billion.
Yeah.
and
Yep. Uh-huh.
After Connecticut
Like, that's-
taxes, you have $150 left.
That's the only way he's going to believe this.
Yeah.
Because he'll know, like, if there's an alien invasion,
Damn stupid thing fell out.
if there's an alien invasion outside his house and he knows we won Mega Millions, there's no way he would believe it.
Bet you it works now.
That's a good point.
In fact, if there was a real alien invasion and we had won the lotto, he still wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, but could you get an entire set crew to build an entire Marvel anything?
$1 million doesn't go as far as you think.
No, it doesn't.
That might be tough.
All right, how about if we stage the Mounties arresting him? The RCMP shows up at his door and they come to
You're gonna have RCMPs come from Canada?
Yes, he might believe
You
that.
could pull that off for $1 million.
Oh yeah.
Wait, why would he believe
You'd have
that?
to. You'd have to transport their horses too.
Because I don't know, it just seems like plausible rather than all right, these guys just won $1 million and now Avengers happening outside my doorway. I mean, the RCMP thing he might buy. Or
Right.
he might start
So get
thinking
this.
like, oh god, what I do in Canada.
We get together with the fire marshal.
Okay.
And that's
Wait, is
it.
this name Bill?
It is Fire Marshal Bill.
Okay.
We find out how big of an area we'd have to evacuate.
I like where you're going.
Well, it's not as bad as you think, but
I don't like where you're going then.
Aw.
Yeah.
and at 3 in the morning, we launch whatever $1 million worth of fireworks is from his backyard. The biggest mortars that are made. So it's just gonna be boo, kaboom. Dogs are gonna go absolute
Yep.
tilt.
You're right.
'Cause I know that I know you got to have like a thing because especially with Torrington's history of fireworks.
You're right.
But,
yeah. I was there.
So was I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So yeah, I it's like, all right, you
that's why neither of us have any hair.
you have here's $1,000 for every family.
I think it would take
Go
more than that.
away.
I think it would take more than that, but yeah.
Well, then we just say we're lighting their house on fire,
There you
or the fireworks.
go.
Are.
Or the fireworks, well, yeah.
What else can we do? $1 million.
What?
Have fake Publishers Clearinghouse tell him that he won.
Or
Van, flowers, big check, everything.
and then you rip it all away. Is that where
No,
you're
then
going?
we hire someone else to like come out of the van, come running. I was like, no, it's next door. oh, sorry.
I almost feel like we need to mini Truman Show him. Like in so much as like we're like because this I think is doable. Is you construct a video wall box around his house with speakers, and then or maybe you just put monitors over all his windows or something like that. And then you stage like the zombie apocalypse or something like that.
Yeah, what we do is we just have to get some like computer.
Oh, that wouldn't be difficult.
Geniuses.
That you could do.
Yeah, but we take the entire layout of his entire neighborhood. Like, take this, CGI the shit out of it, so it looks like everything's been leveled.
Or,
I just triggered something. I saw the light flicker.
yep. Or, I wonder if, like,
Go on. Spill it, man.
could you build a subterranean, like, bat cave underneath his house? And then every, like, couple days at, like, 3 in the morning, like, the bat car comes out and he thinks he sees it.
So make him think he's going nuts.
But, like, this goes on for months. He's like, Batman's underneath my... You know, every once in a
Yeah.
while, bat car comes and goes in the middle of the night.
I just saw it.
Yeah, that would be good.
Oh, what if we
I would slowly replace, like, every, like, week or so, just get exact copies of all the objects of his house that are all, like, 5% smaller and start just keep replacing them, like, every week or every couple weeks.
wasn't that picture bigger?
So he thinks he's getting taller. Like, replace his desk at work and everything's just a little bit small, you know what I mean? That would be pretty good.
How about we Cloverfield him?
We hire a mad geneticist to create an ungodly monster that will wreak havoc on the world.
Or maybe Cloverfield 2.
Okay. Oh, what? We hire John Goodman to lock him in a basement?
Yeah.
That was my plan.
No, that was your basement.
Oh, yeah.
No, so what we do is we build a subterranean,
Stupid red powder.
just put water on it. It'll wash right out.
It'll stain. Yeah. Until I'm ready to wash it for real.
That's right. No, so we build an underground bunker.
Okay.
We get his neighbor in on it. So it's like someone's like, oh, this huge thing happened. You were knocked down in an instant.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so
Don't-
make him think it's the end of the world and, like, into his
I
neighbor's...
got you into my bunker.
Oh, man.
And then we just have like the fucking like the portholes or
Yep,
like a
yep.
dome or something, just like complete like movie theater
Wasteland,
screen.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Again, it would be his neighborhood just
Yep,
fucking
sure.
wasted.
Yep.
Have like weird things, just have like military helicopters.
Right, sure. Yep.
It's like, I don't know what happened. There's a huge explosion. I got over to your house quick and you were there, so I saved you. I don't know where your fiance is, but
Laughing her ass off at a monitor.
probably.
Yeah.
And just see how long he would last underground. We would have
9 years later. Are you kidding? He's always dreamed of living like a hobbit.
That's true.
Sorry, I stole your fortune cookies.
That's fine. We'd have to organize that with his work, though. So he
Yeah, a
could
little
lose
bit, yeah.
his job.
Well, I think if we won that much money, he could quit his job.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, yeah, we're here's $1 million. Just you.
Psych,
just-
you can quit your job.
Yeah.
Oh.
We paid off your real house, and you just take this to live off.
Yeah.
of.
Mhm.
You want to go get a?
I think he'd be all right with a practical joke after that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, he'd be like, I was willing to cut off a finger. You only made me go through hell. That's not bad. You just made me think everyone I know and love is dead. That's all.
But besides that, it was great.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. I was willing to cut off a finger, but all you did was ruin my life.
We rent out an
Uh-huh.
entire amusement park, Six Flags, for one day.
Okay.
Close the place down.
Okay.
We tell him he has the run of it. He can do whatever he wants. He can play any game. He can ride any ride as many times as he wants.
Uh-huh.
But when he gets there, only the kiddie rides work.
No.
Come
not
on.
Feeling, I'm not feeling it. I don't get any laughter from Doug, which means Doug's like,
He's checking on my... How's my transfer?
6 minutes.
See, he's
Hey.
going,
Yeah, this
6
is riveting
minutes.
Television.
Yeah.
That just seems mean.
It
Like,
does.
That seems like plausible. Like you would actually actually do that for him, and then you get there, and it's like, oh.
Oh, no. And then everyone else there who was going to go to Six Flags that day is like, oh, no, it's
Yeah,
closed.
exactly.
Because of this dick bag. And, like,
So there'd be like millions of people in Jersey who'd be ticked off.
Yep.
Unless it's not that Six Flags. We go to Agawam or Jersey.
no, we're
Alright.
cheaping out.
Let,
Anyways.
let me modify it.
All right, we're renting. We're still
Renting Quasi.
Now, I would buy that. I would buy it if you're like, we're gonna rent you out an entire amusement park and it's Quasi.
Then there's a good chance that only the kiddie
Then
rides
only
will
the
work.
kiddie rides work. Yeah.
Buy Quasi.
What's that? Buy
Just buy
Quasi?
Quasi.
Is it for sale?
Buy it.
For
Doesn't
under
matter.
$1 million?
For $1 million,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
So we rent out Six Flags for the day.
Okay.
Every ride works,
Mm-hmm.
but does not go over 5 miles an hour.
That'd be awfully hard for the roller coasters.
I know.
Well,
Here it goes.
That's not bad.
I'm not sure how you do that,
Doesn't
other
matter.
than re-engineering the rides. But all right.
Doesn't matter. We're millionaires. We can figure it out.
Well, we only have $1 million. We're only blowing $1 million on this.
Electromagnetics. Slow that shit down.
Electromagnetics are expensive.
Oh, stop. Get a couple magic.
Magic
Yeah,
things.
get some magic.
Get some magic.
Get some magnets. Put some electricity to it. There, electromagnets.
Them there magic thingies.
Magic things.
Let's see what else.
Flags.
What?
Which Six Flags?
Probably
of
the one.
them.
All of them. Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
Not for $1 million.
In Wagawam.
I would barely count.
Let's see what else.
Oh, here's a good prank.
Yeah.
Do the whole house upside down thing.
That would be.
That would take some time, and
That would take some time. Yeah.
and for all the equipment and securing things.
If
that
you
you
develop
need.
the habits of success, you will make a success habit of turning Pat's house upside down. Replace all of Pat's items with their equivalent from the 1980s.
Like what?
Like his Blu-ray player turns into
A
VHS.
Laserdisc player.
VHS. Xbox S turns into Nintendo. All the really shitty brown and yellow decor.
I don't know if this is as funny out loud as it is in my head,
Probably not.
but we take Pat,
Mm-hmm.
like just random places, pre-designated by us, but not for him.
Okay. Would you like some gum?
I'm good. Thank you. We hire pyrotechnicians
Okay.
in these predetermined places.
Mm-hmm.
And every time Pat goes around,
Uh-huh.
like something explodes or something. And we make Pat think he's developed some like sort of telekinesis.
Yes! Yes!
Pat, that's the second time and you looked right at it.
No, well, you don't even acknowledge it.
Don't acknowledge it. Just
Don't
like,
even acknowledge
boom.
Like we're gone for some reason or whatever. Like, oh, I went to go get some fried
like,
dough.
oh, just hang out here for a second.
Uh-huh. And like you see him staring at the garbage can, like, because like whatever it is, it starts like shaking and then bursts into flames. You know,
That would be
like whatever it
funny as
is. You bring him to a park and you have an empty baby carriage and see, like that's the last one you do.
hell. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Bring it to a public park. You're like, oh, I'll be right back. Oh my God, my kid!
Oh, that's great.
You're gonna be like, I didn't mean to.
I'm sorry.
All right, I think I'm ready to settle on that one actually,
Just mind fuck him so he thinks that he has.
because everything else has so much. Like, there's a lot of logistics to rebuilding Pat's house in Hobbiton in New Zealand. That feels like it might not be $1 million one. That feels like it might be a $5 million one.
Yeah.
However, making Pat thinks he has a superpower. That's all over it right there.
So I want to one up the moat thing around his house.
Okay.
Where
I think we do that regardless.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
So he's on vacation. We buy the property all around him, make
Yep.
the moat.
Because the superpower thing's pretty cheap.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
But it's funny in my head, but I don't know if it's going to be funny in practice. When he gets home, he sees this huge moat. and we put this huge box that says IKEA on it, and it's an IKEA drawbridge, and he has to build it.
Yes,
He
it
has
is.
to,
It's funny.
he has to build the drawbridge from the outside to get to his house.
Yes.
And all he gets is an Allen key.
Yes. Yes. It is. That's funny.
That's
Although, I think truth be told, given his front door, have you seen his front door?
yes,
That should be a drawbridge.
they really should.
You could be like, tick, 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 tick. And really, after he's put that thing together, which takes him several hours, in reality, there was just like an Allen key like thing to like electrically lower the door as the drawbridge. The whole time, you know?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Or underneath, like right
Uh-huh.
where his door is, like we have installed this like thing where like it comes up and just.
Sure. Yep.
It's like, oh no, this was here the whole time. And then when you turn the key the other way, just
That'd be pretty cool.
right into the moat.
I still, for Halloween or for Halloween for trick or treaters, I still want to buy that missile silo and be like, press here for trick or treat. Then it looks like the missile silo is going off. Remember that from our top 3 some time ago?
Yeah,
That still seems pretty good.
absolutely.
Smoke comes out, like the thing starts opening, like, klaxon going off, red lights, ground starts shaking.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That'd be great.
Doug,
What?
do me a favor.
Yeah.
So for that transfer screen that's up,
Yeah.
you see all those like 6 or 7 that are selected on the left
Yes.
that are gray?
Yes.
Can you select the first one underneath that?
The first one underneath that's not gray.
Correct.
Okay.
I don't know what it says, but
It says don't worry about it.
oh, okay. Well, if you
Yeah.
can take that and just drag and drop it to my thumb drive on the right screen, well, on the right window, I should say. Well, you didn't have to move it, but
Jay, can I see your iPad? Or Samsung pad?
Actually, I don't know if I did anything.
the level of trust I have that I let you play with.
I know.
I'd unhook my mic again, but I'm pretty sure I'd not do it right.
There we go.
Details.
Thank you.
No problem.
What are you looking up?
Well, now that we know exactly how we're going to torture Pat when we win $1 billion on Mega Millions, I figure it's time for the most important part of the show. Part where your thing loads the internet.
Well, it's also working off the hotspot, so.
Loads the internet.
The internet?
This is what happens when I leave my phone in the car.
Really?
When I go get you a Mega Millions ticket.
Oh, well, that's true, too.
Yeah. Loads
It could just be the website you're going to does not.
the internet. Oh, that's right. It doesn't have. Oh, god damn it!
What?
It doesn't have like the whole hold harder, and you can move your cursor, like you have on iPhone and iPad and that sort of stuff. I'm trying to get to the goofy news stories,
Oh.
but it's loading.
Well, I can do the other 2 tech news stories.
Wait, there's more?
Yeah.
Oh, well then get at it.
I tried, but you took my tablet.
But no, you didn't. You weren't trying at all. Try harder.
You're right. So, everybody. Now, I'm going to say one thing, and you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It really whips the llama's ass. If you don't remember this, I'm lighting your car on fire.
How do you know it wasn't already burning?
I've seen what was in there.
That's
it
true.
would not surprise me.
Yeah, it's possible. I don't remember.
Do you really not remember?
No, I do not.
What? Does it sound familiar?
Yep.
So do you remember a little program called Winamp?
Yes.
Because it really whips the llama's ass.
I guess. Yeah. You know when the last time I used Winamp was?
19.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and guess what?
You like hot sauce?
I do not.
Okay.
Not only does it exist,
Uh-huh.
it's getting a major update.
Go on.
So the parent company, which is oh God, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Radionami?
Okay.
Yeah. is planning to reboot the service as an all-in-one app that pulls podcast, playlists, streaming radio stations, basically any audio you can shove into your ears, into a single platform. Now, according to TechCrunch, the update is due out in 2019.
Okay.
The details on this grandiose reinvention are pretty sparse, but what we do know is that Winamp will get a mobile app. It's going to be available iOS, Android, and the desktop version will get a major makeover. A free update. They just updated it to version 5.8.
Okay.
It just dropped yesterday.
Is Winamp for purchase like
No,
software
I think it's
now?
always been free.
No, I think they started charging for it at some point.
I don't know. Well, maybe that's why no one ever used it again.
I think so. They started charging, and everyone's like, you know what's great? VLC.
Oh, I love VLC.
That's what I mean.
So to give you a clue, this is the first new release the app has received since version 5.666. That wasn't its demise.
Which came out.
Dropped in 2013.
I'm surprised there was a version then, but all right, yeah.
So 5 years ago. But think about how technology has progressed in the last 5 years.
Yeah, a lot. That
Yeah.
was, when did iPods come out? Or iPhone come out? 2007, 2008?
About,
6 years after the iPhone? About.
yeah.
There you go.
So the update provides some basic bug and compatibility fixes that'll keep the app running for the time being until the company can see the reboot all the way through. Winamp 6 is expected sometime next year, and the mobile app should accompany it. Let's see. Nothing else is really known. The CEO envisions the new Winamp as a sort of aggregator that will bring together all the possible listening options into a single searchable platform, but hasn't really provided information on how they're going to do that when you have services like Spotify, Apple, Pandora, and all these other options that probably don't want to give up their market share of the people that are using their platforms.
Yeah, probably not. And the thing of it is, it's like Spotify does a pretty good job. And I'm not like when you subscribe to Spotify or you subscribe to Apple Music or Pandora or something like that, unlike the video platforms like Hulu and Netflix where they have a lot of exclusives, the music there is a lot of overlap. You're subscribing to one. You're not subscribing to multiple.
Right.
So it's a case of if you're only subscribing to one and Winamp is only a audio aggregator platform, why would I bother? I guess
would
if you
you?
wanted to add podcasts to it, but maybe can you do podcasts on Spotify?
You can now.
Can you?
Yeah, that's what the story was while you were gone.
Oh, well, hot damn. I'll have to look at that. Well, that's handy then. But that's what I
Look
mean.
at it right now. Oh.
Oh. But that's what I mean. It's like, why do I need an aggregator? Multiple people aren't using multiple applications. Not as much as they think. For video, it's a completely different story. I use Amazon Prime. I use Hulu. To a less extent, I use Netflix, right?
Yeah.
So there's three right off the top. And there's others out there, too,
And
like
YouTube.
Flink TV and YouTube Red and all the rest of it. But audio, it's you're usually picking one, maybe.
Yeah. Very true. Now, here's the big question that there's no answer to. And if you remember Winamp now,
Will it cost money? I don't
No,
know. Can you
not
give me
even
my,
that.
vitamin water?
Yeah.
Thank you.
there's one thing.
Just one?
Yeah, and if you remember, the biggest, awesomest thing about Winamp,
Was that it was compatible with Windows ME.
that and
It was compatible with Windows 95 and 98.
that too. But even bigger was that you could fully customize that program.
You could.
You could make it look like anything.
Uh-huh.
You could move things. You could basically just make it whatever you wanted to look like.
Uh-huh.
Skins out the ass. Because I remember it's like, that looks cool, that looks cool, that looks cool.
But here's the difference. That was in the age in which the usability and like the UI of programs was generally shitty. So for you to have the power to improve that to a state where it was like, this is perfect for me, was great. Most applications now, most, not all, focus a lot on their UI,
Yeah,
which means out of the box, they're
bless you.
pretty darn good, right? So if they're pretty darn good, you're not going to spend a whole lot of time customizing it. So I don't foresee this being of really great interest to a lot of people.
But if you had an app that was just there, and you're like, you can do whatever you want. You want to move that over there? Go for it. If that makes you more comfortable with having that there, great. You like this color? You like this skin? You want it to look neon? Here you go.
I don't know. Most people don't dig around with that. Not enough
I
time.
do.
Do you?
Sure.
Apparently you got more time than I do.
Not much.
Are you sure?
But enough to go through some settings once I like download something. I'm like, huh, what can I do?
I guess.
I can make this look like that. Hot damn.
Yeah, I think you're in the minority.
I like that.
All right, well
I
there
like
you
being
go.
a
You're
minority.
you're a minority, Jay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that is next year. I honestly, when it gets released, I'll download it.
I'll check it
I'll
out.
just be like, you know what? I got to go back to my high school days.
I will check it out.
Absolutely.
But the only thing they can bank on this at this point is the nostalgia factor. After that,
Which is fun. Yeah, but that's the problem. The nostalgia factor
only works
There
if you're
are-
old enough to know what the hell it is.
Yeah, there's like what,
Most people-
18 years of
Yeah.
kids right now, and by next year, 19 years of kids that have no idea what Winamp is.
That's
or
pretty much
was.
it, yeah. So that's why I mean it's like don't worry about being be a great audio app, but you're not it's never gonna. They screwed the pooch on it a while back. They did start charging for it. I think I recall that.
I'm curious. I'm gonna look for something real quick.
Okay. I'm not, and I have nothing to fill with here. So.
You don't. So just play with your moist towelette.
Ooh, moist towel. Oh, I wonder if that can take stuff off my jeans or just completely impregnate the color. We'll go with impregnated color, but try it. Oh, it's still moist even after all this time.
Let's see if we can hear it.
What's that?
Oh yeah, it can. But if I turned the volume up, it would have worked a lot better.
It really whips the llama's ass.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that like a commercial or
No,
what?
that was the Winamp startup sound.
Oh, great. When the program still had startup sounds.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You started up Winamp, and every time you heard that stinger, I guess you could call
You know
it.
how I customized it? I think I removed that.
Aw.
That's how I customized Winamp.
But
by
Winamp-
removing the annoying parts.
Hey, look, the making of Winamp 7 years ago. Anyway. Seriously, folks. Final story, because I told you there was not a lot this year.
Yep.
Week. What year are we? Who cares?
Yeah.
Are you moving more things for me?
No,
I'll appreciate it if you do.
I don't know what you need moved.
The next one underneath the one you just
You want me
moved
to
for
read
me.
the news story while you can go move stuff?
No, this is more fun.
Or you just want to wait another 9 minutes till 10:30?
So Google Play has updated their, app.
Okay.
So the Play Store is being updated, and it's going to be much, much kinder to your phone storage and memory because it's now going to enable smaller app installs.
Such as?
Well, everything.
Okay.
Everything. It'll just
Oh, you
be
mean it takes less storage to
Yes.
install an app to begin with?
So earlier this year, Google introduced a new app publishing format called Android App Bundle that allows the Play Store to install just what the application needs to function.
It wasn't doing that before?
No, it was just doing what it wanted. And Brad's playing with fire again. Now they've announced updates to the format during its annual event that can ensure apps are at least 8% smaller upon download.
Well, 8% is better than no percent.
That's very true. In addition, you might be seeing more apps that can have the try before you spring it purchase button. So on some apps right now, when you install it, you either have uninstall on the left in white, or you have launch or play or go, I forget the crap it says,
Sure.
on the right in green. Some apps, instead of it saying uninstall before you install it, it now just says try me.
Right?
So if you have a paid app, you can actually hit the try me, it'll install whatever, and then you can actually try the game, try the app, try the
That was
whatever.
the one thing I liked a lot better about the Android store than Apple. Apple, you just got to freaking buy it. There's no going back.
Yeah.
There are a lot of times on the Android store, and I think part of it is because, hold on,
See, bet you're glad I brought those out now.
I guess, I had toilet paper,
That's true.
is that Apple at least curates the stuff on their store pretty well.
Yeah.
So I guess there's not as big a need for it, but I did appreciate, like, on Android to be like, well, this is a piece of garbage. Uninstall!
Yeah.
So there's
Because
that.
everybody can say, this is awesome, then you get in like, this is garbage.
This is garbage, yeah. And I just spent $1.99. Oh, that's almost as much as $2.
So Google has expanded the Instant App program to include premium titles and pre-registration campaigns, so you'll be able to take participating games for a spin. just look for tiles with the Try Now button. So
Right.
you'll, again, when you go there, you'll see Install on the right, and now it'll say Try Now on the left. Hey, there goes Doug. Bye, Doug.
Bye, Doug. Miss you.
And since they've increased the size limit of instant apps to 10 megabytes, you can probably expect to experience more of what the tile can offer before having decided to spend money on it.
Neat.
So I think that's very good.
It is.
Because there's a lot of things where I'm like, I'm going to buy this app. Everyone says it's wonderful, and I'm like, download, spend $90.
Yeah.
And then I get it, I'm like, this is a garbage fire. What the hell are all these 5-star ratings?
I do find myself spending quite a bit of money on apps, but I think that's...
You? I
is-
don't believe it.
Well, the thing of it is,
It's
like...
because you have 9 pages of folders for apps with 30 in each.
details.
You had
but
counted
the thing of
one
it is, I
time.
use that for everything. I use my phone for everything.
Everything?
Everything.
How about driving your car?
navigation?
I guess that counts.
I have Google. I have Apple Maps, Google Maps, and Waze.
Do you use it as toilet paper?
I use it as intellectual toilet paper.
Nice save.
I don't know what that means.
It means
Where you want it to be.
whatever you want it to mean.
Whatever you want it to meme.
Phones, the intellectual toilet paper.
Subtitle.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's somewhere that's gonna mean something to someone, and that's gonna like if there's like, which by the way, Tech News don't know if you had it. Paul Allen, the one of the Microsoft co-founder.
I'm just
Microsoft,
stroking out
yeah.
today. Co-founder of Microsoft with Bill Gates.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And
Sad.
I remember seeing shortly after he died on his Twitter feed, he had a very, and I know too soon, a very just shitty generic quote. It's like one of those like, if you think you can do it, you can do it. Sort of like really shitty quotes.
Yeah.
It was like attributed to him, like on his Twitter page. I'm like, really? That's the quote.
That's what you got?
That's the quote you're going out with?
Guy founded a multi-billion-dollar company.
Right,
and
like
all
that's
you got
it. That's
is,
it. That's your quote. That's it. That milquetoast piece of shit. All
Your
right.
dreams can become reality.
But to that end, even though I'm not a billionaire,
Not yet.
now I will be known as Phones, the intellectual toilet paper. That'll be my epitaph.
Epitaph. I was just
Yeah. So that'll be good. Hey, Facebook.com/NSLSTV, Twitter.com/NSLSTV, YouTube.com/NSLSTV, and email us at nslstv@gmail.com. With all sorts of stuff, including what you want us to deep fry, deep freeze, whatever. nslstv@gmail.com.
That's coming up sooner than you think.
Sooner thing. Got to figure that one out. Hey, Jay,
Huh.
what did you learn today?
I learned that it's much easier
Mm-hmm.
to put together an MRE than it is a Japanese breakfast lunch thing that a child can do.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Well, it also kind of helps that
That
you
it's in
can read
English,
the
yeah.
well, that you don't even that I've done this a whole bunch before. I suppose if I had practice building that, it's
Like
also
I
probably
said, there's
a lot
a
easier to put together
7-year-old.
than an IKEA drawbridge too.
There's a 7-year-old Japanese kid that's just laughing at our video right
Uh-huh.
now. What'd you learn?
I learned that in the 1 out of 196 million chance that I win Mega Millions, Pat's getting superpowers. That would be what superpower would we give Pat? Pyromania, like the pyrokinesis.
Yeah, I like the fire starter.
Pyrokinesis is good because that feels easy to pull off with special effects,
Oh, yeah.
right? And it's one of those things we can't witness any of it. Like he just has to see it himself,
Right.
right? But the fact of the matter is, as straight as we might be able to play it, we will give it the hell away.
But we'd have to have actors.
Oh yeah.
But the actors would have to do something so it drew his attention
I'm
over
telling
to
you,
it,
the end-
and then
I'm telling you, the end thing is an empty baby carriage. I'm telling you, it has to be. We will just at that moment we will break him. That's there you go.
holy shit, Pat, did you do that? What?
No, we can't even do that. We'll give it away. We'll absolutely give it away.
Then how do you react to it? You have to do something. I mean,
No, you call him away. You go, hey, Pat, can you come on over to the monkey cage at the zoo? Or something like that. They're calling for you. Ha, ha, ha. No, seriously, come on over here. We don't want to go back. Something like that. We can't, you just have to do that. You have to let him come to that conclusion. The only way he becomes any way convinced is if you let him come to that conclusion. Can't lead him on. Can't do any of that. It has to be him.
so it's all going to happen, but we're not going to be there to witness it. It's just
Oh,
gonna
we'll
happen
have
with-
cameras.
Oh, of course
There will
there'll
be
cameras.
cameras, And we'll be watching that back till the day he dies, which may be
the
shortly
same
there.
day, yeah.
When he flings himself into traffic after he thinks he lit a kid on
I
fire.
just killed people.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember, no show next week. We'll be back in.
Well, there'll be a show. You can watch it.
Well,
It
there'll
just
be
won't
a
new-
show. It just won't be
won't
a
be
new
a
one.
new show.
It will be a show.
Like this show. It wasn't. This was all recycled material. There was nothing new about this show.
Well, there's an MRE. That was new.
It was delicious.
It was.
Really, I didn't
have
add enough water to that pudding, so now it's just going to be. I'm not going to poop for days.
a rib.